back there. I didn't know what was going on. Oh.
Look what I shared with you, Flash. See if you see that. Did you hear about that? Because it was a big story a couple of days ago. I never believed Harley Davidson would go. There's a video if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. Let's watch it right now. Hold on a second. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I'm getting so disappointed in Wisconsin.
I'm a big fucking. Well, I'm kind of disappointed with Harley. What I'd like to do is just build the chart. Well, let's just play this one. I can't. I don't know where I put it. Just play this one, George.
Okay. It might do an ad for. Hold on. God bless. Hold on. Give it a second. I'll skip it. But no, half my family are big Harley riders. I sent this to them. I'm like, wait, well, what do y'all think? And they're like, it's ever since that new fucking president got in.
The most shocking expose that I've done, simply because the brand is so out of alignment with their customers. This is Harley Davidson. It's time for them to be exposed. In Harley's words, they are all in on diversity and inclusion. Let's take a look at what that means. I wonder how many Harley riders are aware that Harley Davidson is a platinum founding member of the LGBT Chamber of Commerce in Wisconsin. This is the same chamber that says on behalf of the businesses
this is not your fucking audience, Harley.
And I brought this up. There's maybe a slight crossover with the gay leather audience, but that's it.
Lesbian bikers.
None of them can afford the fucking bikes.
That's the other problem,
right? Cheap, man.
It's like that mindset of the Bud Light bitch, right? Like she gets the Bud Light, and all of a sudden the current customer base are all bad. They're all awful. We want customers because we don't like the old customers. That's what this reeks of.
Well, they just need customers in general. The hobby is dying, dude.
Oh, wait till you hear the new president.
Are a part of the Wisconsin LGBT Chamber. They opposed banning transgender sex changes for children. Harley Davidson even hosted an LGBTQ plus boot camp at their corporate offices. And look at that sweet cake they got them. Isn't that just so inclusive? Here's a closer look at that cake for all you Harley riders out there. So who's Harley Davidson's CEO? Well, it's another CEO that was placed right around COVID.
Jochen Zeitz is an unusual choice to lead Harley Davidson. He's German. He's an outspoken climate activist.
The businessman who uses his millions to change opinions on climate change. Are you getting Harley Davidson vibes yet?
In 2030, that we should be completing that total transformation of the company.
If his goal is the total transformation of Harley Davidson, well, he's well on his way. They sponsored this LGBTQ plus Pride event where they had a rage room. And I am not joking, something called a rage room to quote,
that's where you scream.
It was located right next to the story time area for children to interact with drag queens and the play catch with the.
Yeah, it goes on. You want me to play it more?
Fucking disturbing.
No, keep going.
Okay.
Dad for all those who had daddy issues. In Harley's so-called sustainability report, they also say that their 1,800 global employees completed a virtual training to learn what an ally is to the LGBTQ plus community, and then employees also participate.
How's that selling motorcycles?
It doesn't. It's the same thing that we see in Hollywood.
Hey, potential like customer, do you like Drag Queen Story Hour?
This is like that Stone Toss comic where the two guys are kissing. It's like, how does this help us to sell burgers? And he's like, burgers? Nothing to do with burgers.
Exactly.
Literally the same thing.
One of my best friends in Korea is he's the Busan Korea Harley shop owner. I'm gonna have to ask him about this training session he had to go through.
Oh,
do they put a tariff on Harleys over there?
No,
those tariffs kill them.
They're not too much more expensive.
That's what happened in India. I think it was because they went over there and they slapped a giant tariff on them.
It's so funny. You walk into a Harley Davidson showroom and you walk in there. The salesman walks over. It's like, oh, I'm interested in having a look at this motorcycle, and he just starts like undressing and taking off his clothes.
Well, it's going totally against
that's just good customer service.
Like most of the people that they're targeting here are giant pussies. So I don't really understand why they think that would translate to riding a motorcycle.
As somebody
if you fall off of it, your entire body's skin comes off instantly as soon as you hit that asphalt. Yeah, I'm sure that they're going to ride. There's a reason that this brand is the hobby of riding motorcycles is dying.
Well, as somebody from Wisconsin, I just want to say this. Like, here's the thing. Who do they think this is appealing to? Because, yes, this is totally against...
That's what I just said.
No, I know, but I can actually speak from experience here. Like, we are one of the most redneck fucking
I didn't know you were a motorcyclist.
Well, my dad actually had one for a while. A couple Harleys, actually, 2 or 3 of them now. My cousin's a huge biker, and I'm sure he's not too happy about this because he's a very right-wing individual. And that's my point, is a lot of people are. And if they wanted to do some LGB thing, like I said, why are you just, there's only one customer you have that is even remotely that, and that is the leather bikers. That's it.
Nobody can, the people they're going for can't afford a Harley Davidson.
Well, that's
Harley
just it.
Davidsons
Around
are fucking
here,
expensive. Now,
a
you
Harley
could get-
Davidson
you
is
could
like
get
a Corvette anywhere else. That's what I was going to get
That's
to.
not true. You
basically.
could get a used one cheap. The
You
new
can,
ones
but my
are
point
expensive.
is like, yeah, it's
Tom,
a
I've been riding
luxury-
motorcycles for 20 years, but thanks for the knowledge.
Never mind. I'll fucking shut the fuck up. Even though I'm from Wisconsin, I haven't been able to finish a goddamn sentence all goddamn night.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. No, I haven't. I fucking haven't.
You did.
That
At least
was
once
the
or
sentence.
twice. It's all right, Tom. It's okay.
New Harley Davidsons are expensive. Like you're going to have to spend like $20,000 if you want to get a real one. Now you can buy the little ones, the kiddie ones that are like $8,000, but most of these people are so fat, like they look stupid on them. That's Harley's biggest problem. And doing rage rooms and drag queen story hours, none of those people are going to get on a fucking Harley.
Yeah, wait till you hear the rest of it.
Oof.
It gets
participated in an engaging and interactive learning session that allowed them to explore social identities, both seen and unseen. We all know what that means. And then again, in honor of National Coming Out Day, employees attended a virtual session featuring Sandy Eichel. Let's see who Sandy is.
Sandy Eichel is not your typical financial services speaker. Once a Lutheran pastor's wife, a professional opera singer, and a consummate perfectionist, Sandy had the picture-perfect life. But inside, she was miserable. So she chose a new last name, a new career, and a whole new life and mindset, which elevated her to the top of her profession.
We have to change our culture, and we need to do it quickly.
This sounds like some Bud Light shit. That's an employee for them?
That's what I thought it was. You want me to go back?
Yeah, back that up a little bit. Let's see. Because that sounds like Bud Light.
New career.
That's
employees attended a virtual session featuring Sandy Eichel. Let's see who Sandy is.
Sandy Eichel.
Oh, a virtual session featuring
is
her.
not your typical financial services speaker. Once a Lutheran pastor's wife, a professional opera singer, and a consummate perfectionist, Sandy had the picture-perfect life. But inside, she was miserable. So she chose a new last name, a new career, and a whole new life and mindset, which elevated her to the top of her profession.
We have to change our culture, and we need to do it quickly.
In their sustainability report, their CEO also brags about their 90 out of 100 HRC CEI score. This score is one I've explained many times before, but essentially is the Trojan horse that pushes all these left-wing values into corporations. And this score begs the question, is Harley Davidson's health plan covering the transition of children? That's one of the metrics that the HRC CEI score judges. And if you're a Harley Davidson dealer, guess what? They've got a plan for you heading into 2032. They want to increase the diversity across the global dealer network at both the staffing and owner-operator levels. That's a fancy corporate speak way of saying less white people. I think it's important to note at this point that the CEO of Harley Davidson is making almost $12 million a year while making these changes. In Harley Davidson's sustainability report, they also bragged that their legal department participated in the American Bar Association's 21-day challenge. Through 21 days of short readings and videos, the challenge encouraged participants to step out of their comfort zones to acquire greater racial literacy and inspire engagement in the fight against racial inequality. So let's take a look at what's in
What
that
does that have to do?
Promotes
What does that have to do with fucking motorcycles? And believe there's a lot of brothers that ride motorcycles. There's no racism in the fucking motorcycle community. That's just actually, I take that back. In the clubs, in the clubs, there's still some racism. You have like most of them are all kind of like prison gang. They're usually all like the same color. Like there's black clubs, white clubs.
So that goes
most
both
of the
ways,
mixed.
too, you know?
If they're mixed, they're usually like they're not a Harley exclusive club. So maybe I take that back a little bit.
Or you think these people? You think they're going to have drag queens on Harleys going to Sturgis?
No, that's such a small percentage of the actual bike population, though. Those
That'd
clubs.
be fun to see a bunch of trannies going into Sturgis.
No, they're not going to go in there and buy a motorcycle. But they're there is a problem with this. Like, go and look at those clips of like Sturgis and the Daytona Beach thing. It's all old people, man.
The blue,
all
blue
like
oyster bar.
What's that?
The Blue Oyster Bar.
Yeah.
And what is it with blue hair that all these consultants always go with the blue hair when they switch?
It allows them to stick out and be signified that they're one of those kinds of people. That's the way I always kind of looked at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sort of like when you look into a crowd of people and you're like, which ones are like me? Oh, it's that one because they have blue hair.
Gotcha.
You know? That's
Good
the way I
point.
look at it.
Yeah, good point.
But
Good
yeah,
point.
most people are pretty fucking accepting, you know, and it's the same thing anywhere. You know, respect will be given if you give it. As long as you're not running around acting like a fucking fool, usually anybody's pretty welcome at any of the things that I've seen and been to. So this is stupid. All they're doing here is pissing off their core customer base, which they can't afford to lose. They're not going to bring anybody in new. Like,
But haven't we
just
seen
dumb.
that now in gaming and in Disney and in
It's in everything.
Right.
It's in everything, yeah.